London, 1348. A year that would erase nearly half the people living in this city. But this isn't a story about numbers. This is about one family, one day, and what it felt like when death moved through the streets faster than anyone could run from it. It's just before sunrise when John wakes up, not because he wants to, but because the coughing from the house next door won't stop. It's been going on for 3 nights now. He knows what it means. Everyone knows what it means. The sickness has arrived in their corner of the city, and once it arrives, it doesn't leave until there's no one left to take. He lies still for a moment, staring at the ceiling. The wooden beams are rotting. There's a hole in the thatch above his head, and when it rains, water drips onto the floor. His wife, Margaret, is curled up beside him, her back turned. Their 2 children sleep on a pile of straw in the corner. The air smells like sweat, smoke, and something else, something sour, something wrong. John doesn't want to get up, but staying in bed won't change anything. So he pulls himself to his feet, wraps a thin cloth around his shoulders, and steps outside. The street is narrow, so narrow that if he stretched out both arms, he could almost touch the houses on either side. The ground is covered in mud and waste. It squelches under his feet. In the summer, the smell is unbearable, but right now, in the cold of early morning, it's just damp and heavy. He looks down the street. A few doors down, there's a red cross painted on a door. It wasn't there yesterday. The mark of the plague. It means someone inside is sick. It means no one is supposed to go in or out. But John knows that doesn't matter. The sickness doesn't care about painted crosses. It goes where it wants. He hears a sound behind him. Margaret has come outside. She doesn't say anything. She just stands there, holding herself, looking at the same red cross he's looking at. Her face is pale, not from sickness, from fear. "We should leave," she says quietly. John doesn't answer right away. He's thought about it. Of course he's thought about it. But where would they go? They have no money, no horse, no cart. The roads out of the city are packed with people trying to escape, and most of them are dying on the way. The rich left weeks ago. They have country estates, places to hide. But people like John, people like Margaret, they have nothing, nowhere to go, no choice but to stay. "We can't," he says. Margaret doesn't argue. She knows he's right. She just nods and goes back inside. The day starts like any other day, except it's not like any other day at all. John walks to the market, or what's left of it. Half the stalls are empty. The ones that are open have almost nothing to sell. A few wilted vegetables, some hard bread, a piece of meat that smells like it's been sitting out too long. Prices have doubled, then tripled, then doubled again. John has 3 coins in his pocket. It's all the money they have left. He buys a small loaf of bread and a handful of turnips. It's not enough, but it's all he can afford. As he walks back, he sees a cart rolling slowly down the street. It's piled with bodies, arms and legs hanging over the sides, faces turned up toward the sky. Some of them are wrapped in cloth. Most of them aren't. The man pulling the cart doesn't look at anyone. He just pulls, one foot in front of the other. His eyes are empty. John steps aside to let the cart pass. He doesn't look at the bodies. He's seen enough of them already. Everyone has. At first, people used to stop and stare. They used to cry. They used to pray. But now they just look away. Back at home, Margaret is trying to keep the children calm. Their daughter Agnes is 7. Their son Thomas is 5. They're hungry. They're always hungry. But today, they're also scared. Agnes keeps asking why people are dying, why the man down the street hasn't come outside in 3 days, why her friend Mary isn't allowed to play anymore. Margaret doesn't know what to say, so she just holds Agnes close and tells her to be quiet. John hands her the bread and the turnips. She looks at them, then at him. She doesn't say anything, but he knows what she's thinking. It's not enough. It's never enough. They eat in silence. The bread is hard, the turnips are bitter, but it's food, and food is everything right now. Outside, the bells start ringing, not the normal bells, the death bells, slow, heavy, one ring for each person who's died. John counts them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He stops counting after 12. There's no point. The bells will ring all day. They ring every day now. In the afternoon, John goes to the church, not to pray. He stopped praying weeks ago. He goes because there's a priest who sometimes has work, small jobs, digging graves, moving bodies, cleaning out houses where everyone inside has died. It's dangerous work, but it pays, and John needs the money. The priest is standing outside the church talking to 2 other men. When he sees John, he waves him over. "Can you dig?" the priest asks. John nods. "Good. We need 6 graves by tonight, maybe more by tomorrow." John doesn't ask how much he'll be paid. He just picks up a shovel and follows the priest to the churchyard. The ground is hard. It hasn't rained in days. John digs until his hands blister, until his back aches, until he can't feel his arms anymore. Around him, other men are doing the same. No one talks, no one complains. They just dig. By the time the sun starts to set, the graves are ready. Bodies are brought in on carts, on stretchers, on people's backs. Some of them are wrapped in cloth. Most of them aren't. The priest says a prayer over each one, but it's fast, mechanistic. There are too many dead for long prayers. John gets his payment, a few coins, not much, but more than he had this morning. He tucks them into his pocket and walks home. The streets are quieter now. People are inside. Doors are shut. Windows are covered. Everyone is waiting, waiting to see who will be next, waiting to see if they'll wake up with the fever, with the swelling, with the black marks that mean death is only a few days away. When John gets home, Margaret is sitting by the fire. The children are asleep. She looks up when he walks in. "How much?" she asks. He shows her the coins. She counts them. Then she looks at him. It's not enough. He knows. They sit in silence for a long time. The fire flickers. Outside, the city's quiet. Too quiet. It's the kind of quiet that makes your skin crawl. The kind of quiet that means something is wrong. Margaret speaks first. "Do you think we'll survive this?" John doesn't answer right away. He's thought about it. Of course he's thought about it. But he can't, because he doesn't believe it, and she wouldn't believe him if he said it. "I don't know," he says. She nods. She didn't expect a different answer. That night, John lies awake. He listens to the sounds of the city, the coughing, the crying, the carts rolling through the streets. He thinks about the people he's seen die, his neighbor, the baker, the woman who used to sell fish at the market. He thinks about the red crosses on the doors, about the empty houses, about the graves he dug today. He thinks about his children, about what will happen to them if he and Margaret get sick. Who will take care of them? Who will feed them? No one, that's who, because no one has the strength to take care of anyone else right now. Everyone is just trying to survive. By morning, the coughing from the house next door has stopped, not because the man got better, but because he's dead. Another red cross will be painted, another body will be carried away, another grave will be dug, and John will wake up, and he'll do it all over again. Because that's all there is, survival. One more day, one more hour, one more breath, until there are no more breaths left to take. If you want to see more stories like this, hit subscribe.